Welcome back to Secrets Revealed. You may not know it, but many movies have secret endings hidden away in film vaults like this. One is the blockbuster film Terminator 2. It has a secret ending that's never been revealed on network television. Until now. Terminator 2 thrilled audiences worldwide, grossing more than $490 million. In the film, the Terminator returns from the future to protect a young boy who is destined to save the world from a nuclear holocaust. To Hollywood executives, the film's success is no secret. What is a secret is that there were two different endings shot for the movie, a common practice in Hollywood today. Before we see T2's unseen ending, we'll travel to San Francisco to see how movie studios use focus groups to test and select the perfect Hollywood ending. Candidates for focus groups are selected by street corner recruiters looking for just the right type of moviegoer to see the film.
We're just looking for people to take part in future screenings.
Okay.
And you fit our demographics perfectly.
After being greeted, fed, and pampered, participants are ushered into a screening room to view the film, while market researchers view the participants' reactions through a two-way mirror. Then, after the screening, the viewers' opinions are analyzed.
The first ending lets you breathe and imagine.
And I think that leaves the door open, you know, like that's not really the ending.
But there's still that many more opportunities.
This secret information is then used by the studio to determine if changes need to be made in the film. In most cases, the studio will make these changes without the director's approval, unless that filmmaker is one of the privileged few who have the last word on the final cut. One such filmmaker is writer-director James Cameron. After his success with such films as Aliens, the original Terminator, and The Abyss, Cameron was given final cut on Terminator 2.
Well, final cut, it really doesn't change anything. You still have to do what's best for the film, and a lot of people have opinions about what's best for the film, and as a responsible filmmaker, you have to listen to them. In the opening of the film, we see a playground after a nuclear war where all the playground equipment has been burned and blackened, and then the ending was to show the alternate future that came about as a result of the efforts of Sarah and John. And when we put the movie together and sat and watched it, it just felt a little too sweet. It's essentially the movie of the script, but no movie is ever the movie of the script. The script is what you start with when you start the voyage, and when you end the voyage, you may be somewhere else. So we took that ending off and we went to the dark road, kind of going into darkness, the uncertain future, and that seemed to work better.
Certainly, it was a braver choice than I expected. We
did screen it once with the happier ending because we had already raised the question to ourselves. Is this really the right thing? And the audience seemed to concur. So we all looked at each other and went, aha, see? Huh? So we very quickly whipped together the alternate, which I had already had in mind. Sometimes in that pressure cooker of finishing the picture, the most instinctive responses are the best, and that's really what happened there. It was just instinct.
In the climax of both versions of the film, the Terminator sacrifices his life. And now, for the first time on network television, we present the secret ending of Terminator 2 in the director's preferred widescreen format. The unseen footage begins after Sarah, played by Linda Hamilton, reacts to the Terminator's demise. It's the last we see of her as a young woman. The unseen footage begins as a blast of light propels us 30 years into the future.
August 29th, 1997 came and went. Nothing much happened. Michael Jackson turned 40. There was no Judgment Day. People went to work as they always do. Laughed, complained, watched TV, made love. I wanted to run through the street yelling, to grab them all and say, every day from this day on is a gift. Use it well. Instead, I got drunk. That was 30 years ago. But the dark future, which never came, still exists for me. And it always will, like the traces of a dream. John fights the war differently than it was foretold. Here, on the battlefield of the Senate, his weapons are common sense and hope.
Tie me, Grandma, tie me.
How's that?
Thank you, Grandma.
The luxury of hope was given to me by the Terminator. Because if a machine can learn the value of human life, maybe we can too.
The only secret left, will there be a Terminator 3?
Well, T3, that's a secret, of course. We can't talk about that.
About to run to the refrigerator? Sit tight. The next secret may change your mind.